Yep. But yeah, so shoot, hey, listen, this is you are tuned in.
Oh, I was like, where the camera at?
Yep, you're tuned in to Just Hear Me Out with your boy Snax and Big Flav, and we got a guest with us today. We got the homie Antonio,
Mr. AKA Escaping the Matrix.
Escaping the Matrix is in the building with his own podcast, and so shoot, this podcast things going on today.
I mean, because I think we all gotta partner up.
Yeah,
I mean that's the best way to. And what I've learned too, that's the best way to get your stuff out there too. You got to partner up with other content creators. Because I mean, what's wrong with collabing?
Nothing at all. You said it when you came in here. It's sometimes the industry we in and we love be clicked up.
Yeah, we do.
And so sometimes you gotta combine with other people. You gotta make alliances for the better of the community and the better of each individual.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy that most. Like I've never been one to have a big head because I don't consider myself popular. Right. But like in certain spaces, like I am kind of known because I'm involved. I was involved with politics. I still try to be active now, but
we seen that.
Politics is nonsense.
I can see that. That's clicky. Now that's real clicky.
Oh, it's very clicky.
Yeah,
I can see that being clicky. Like even if you're trying to do the right thing,
you can't do the right thing.
Clicked up, it's like we don't care.
Do the right thing. They don't care.
Yeah. So with let me see. Yeah. So with politics.
So I actually ran for Congress out in Georgia's Congressional District 4. So that's out on the east side of town for all y'all that's from the Georgia area.
Yeah.
And CD4 consists of Rockdale, parts of, not even Walton no more. It's Rockdale, DeKalb County, and God, I'm having a brain fart right now. So it was 4 different counties, like a piece of 4 different counties.
Yeah.
But a huge portion of it was DeKalb County, which is where I grew up at. And then, but now they kind of, because of redistricting, they cut one of them out.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, and the only reason I ran for office is because I went through my own life because I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd by trade. I've always been a nerd. I've been in IT since my dad taught me how to program at 10 years old.
Yeah. Oh, so, what? I wish I would have did that, but I was too busy playing video games.
I was playing games too, but so my dad worked in communications, and like he was one of the first people here in Georgia to like run fiber throughout the state.
What?
And so when they first introduced fiber, he brought it home to us. Like he brought a whole pipe home, and he was like, "Okay, this is how you splice the fiber up. This is what fiber is, nothing but glass."
What?
It was nasty as hell because nothing but jelly and stuff on the inside to keep the coils and stuff safe. So once from that, he showed me how to program like in COBOL and C. Well, no, he didn't really do much to C, but it was like COBOL and base on the Commodore 64. They let y'all know how old I am. And then from there, it's like I was hooked. So I thought I should have went on the path of being a software developer.
Yeah.
But because he worked at Southern Bell, they offered me a job like my mid-year in college to come in there and get in management. And I was like, I don't want to do management because my family was union because my mom worked for Southern Bell too. And then all of my people, I'm from Macon, Georgia. So I don't know if y'all even from here. Like I don't even know where y'all from.
Yeah.
He ain't from here. I'm from Atlanta.
I'm from Gresham, baby.
Nah, fuck no. He's from Louisiana. He
lying
like
Gresham,
hell. He from the outskirts.
He didn't had an accent.
He didn't even sound right.
Right. I'm from Louisiana, damn it. God, leave. Y'all don't want me.
I'm from Atlanta, born and raised Atlanta, all the way.
All right, so yeah, you home team.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm from.
Forget you.
Oh, I gotta support home team. So I'm from Macon, Georgia, and I grew up in Stone Mountain. So between from Bibb County and Stone Mountain, that's what raised me. That's the streets that raised me. And so I cared about my neighborhood. But yeah, back to the story. So Southern Bell offered me a job, but they wanted me to come in doing network engineering. Right now, at the time, somebody offer you a job like that and making a ton of good money, you just like
jump on.
I'm going to get that bread.
Right.
Yes, but I got stuck in it. I got stuck in doing network engineering, and I never got back to doing like software stuff.
Damn, dude, you was almost the Black Tony Stark.
I would have been, because I want my own Jarvis.
Man,
we have AI now.
Guess
bro,
what?
You could have been flying around here,
bro. I want a Jarvis,
I
bro.
want my Jarvis.
Oh my God, here we go. Hey man, for y'all who don't know, anytime somebody say they got something or they want something, Snax just got a bad habit. I think he got Tourette's. He just say, I want that too. You can say anything. You be like, man, I really want a girl that's 500 pounds. He just be like, I want a girl that's 600
pounds. I like big draws too.
Right. I love big women too. Anything you say, he gonna say he want it too. Like I don't know what it is about him. You can say you want chlamydia. He can be like, well, I want it too. He just
I hope he ain't ever saying that. I hope he ain't saying that.
I'm telling you, bro, it don't matter what you say, he gonna say he want it too. That's his favorite word too.
I mean, who wouldn't want their own Jarvis? Like you come in the house, something greet you. You get to talk to it. And like I was working on a piece of, because somebody came up with their own software and it was coded in Python. And they actually went through the whole steps of how you can create your own digital voice assistant and then use the API from Chat GPT to actually talk to it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, okay, but I got started on it, but I was like, man, because I want to set up I got a server room in my house. Because newer houses, I always said newer houses now being built with like electronic rooms, but it's really like a server room.
What?
Yeah.
You talk about like one of them rooms and then you see all the little gadgets and the lights and everything. Matter of fact, it looked like a stereo system.
Yeah, so it's like
old school stereo.
So how it is in my house, in our house, my neighborhood, it's like it's almost like a little small closet, but it's a nook. And in that closet, they have all the connections for like Ethernet connections, your coax connections, your fiber connections that runs through the entire house.
Okay.
So that's really what, it's, I mean, you can use it for a storage closet, but it's really not what it's for. It's actually, you can put some stuff, because I do have some stuff in there, but I use it for like all of my electronic stuff, and I got my trash can in there because I want to keep it out of sight. Yeah. But yeah, it technically is a server room. So you can put a rack in there. I don't know if y'all know what a rack is.
Yeah.
I know.
So you put a rack in there, and then you can put all your servers in and connect it, and then run through everything in the whole house.
That's crazy, man.
So you get your own Jarvis. That's where to run from. You'll serve in your house and you walk in. I mean, I would love it. Get some surround sound speakers. You walk in and greet you from having a long day.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a little old school in the sense that the least technology, the least. I don't have Siri on my phone. I don't use it. I don't use my face thing. I don't use.
You can't turn Siri off though.
I'm saying, you can't. You don't have to say, "Hey Siri." Mine ain't gonna light up.
You didn't say it. No, you trying to trigger my stuff.
Mine don't come on. We ain't got none of that. Google and hey Google, none of that. I don't even talk into the mic. We got one of the remotes in the house where you can talk and say,
So you think you can run from technology?
I'm not saying I can run from it, but damn it, I'm kind of like, I like it, and it saved lives, and it's interesting, and it's nice to be able to just look stuff up. Like, well, I wonder how many, species of woodpeckers there are. Like, I just be looking at random stuff, and it's nice to have, but I'm also like,
I've accepted it for what it was, and I've drank the Kool-Aid.
Listen, and I'm drinking the Kool-Aid too, because I'm like, look, if AI and Ultron and the Terminator 2000 want to kill me, bro, I'm not finna. I mean, it's time to go then. All right, goodbye.
No, I'm trying to be Neo. I'm not accepting that.
I'm trying to live.
I'm trying to be Neo.
I'm not the type of person. I'm not the type of person that's like, well, like some people in the country, they're like, well, I don't want no technology and none of that. I'm not like that.
I'm gonna tell you right
and
now,
I don't mind them hacking my stuff, because if they saw the stuff I look at, they be like, this dude is weird anyway. He's all over the place. He just asks weird questions.
Well, see, that's why
I ain't worried about that. I'm just like, I still want to love just a little, just give me a little space, just a little bit.
I work in technology. Like one of my passions and what's part of what my degree is into is security.
Yeah.
But like once you really get involved with security, and then especially the field I work in, and you see everything that everybody can see, you just like, you know what, you can't run from it. You might as well go ahead and embrace it.
I got a homeboy.
Like the stuff I can see, you would be terrified. My previous job that I was doing and all the stuff I had access to, y'all wouldn't even believe it.
Man, I want to believe it. I want to know. I'm excited. I want that too.
I don't want to know. I don't want to get shot.
I
don't need to know too much.
I got a homeboy right now though who he ex-military, about 45, and he off the grid kind of guy. You
can never be off the grid.
Right, and that's what I say. I mean, they can see you from space, so you never really off the grid. They got the whole grid.
You can never be off the grid.
But he won't even make videos, because he used to make videos.
How you gonna talk? How you gonna communicate to people?
You just don't.
I mean, well, if you don't have any technology whatsoever, if you never interact with humans, but you got to interact with humans, because you got to go to the doctor's office if you get sick, unless you're trying to treat it, holistically. But you eventually got to go to society, and the minute you pop up in society, you're back on the grid.
Back on the grid, and he won't.
There's
even make
nothing you can do.
He won't make videos because he'll be like, I don't want to do He'll do couch confessions and talk about stuff that happened in the military, and then post it to Instagram and Facebook. But he quit doing it. He was like, I don't want to do it now because this AI is just crazy. It's too crazy. They can see and know everything. And I'm like, bro, but they already know, bro. They already see.
But what's your understanding? Because since you against, I'm gonna ask, what's your understanding of AI? Because
it's everywhere.
Everybody's talking about AI now because of Chat GPT.
But what's your understanding of AI? Since like the 80s, 70s. It's been around a long. It's not nothing new.
Right. It's not new.
It's been around a long time.
Right.
I'm not scared of it because I have nothing to hide. I know I'm just a regular person who just look up regular stuff. I watch regular porn. I don't be doing nothing extra. You can look at all my shit. I don't got nothing to hide.
That's where you're gonna get him. Soon as the AI can handle his needs, as soon as he walk in the house with him just dropping a hint, he all the way in then.
That ain't true, but what I'm saying to you is I just like to be able to just... I'm a prepper. I'm like a doomsday prepper, and I got hooked on that back in like 2015. So then I bought a gang of guns. I bought a gang of water, a gang of this, a gang of that. Looking up how to, I used to buy pig skin, sew it up, do sutures and stuff like that. Was like my little hobby for a long time. Collapsible fishing rod, first aid kit, cat tourniquet, like all that stuff. So I'm just like, if it do get back to that, or if something do happen, I just want to be able to, I just need a little buffer. I'm not saying I'm untouchable because nobody's untouchable. I live in the city. I'm in Atlanta. Like I'm realistic about it, but I'm also like, it just be nice to just give me a little space. Just too much too fast. Change too quick is a little scary. And I understand that, but just give me.
But it hasn't been quick though. Right. I mean, it took. So AI is like it's basic machine learning. So it's been gathering data for years, for decades. So I mean, AI is like you said earlier, it's your Siri, it's your Alexa. It's the Googles, but then also it's a part of your search engine. So from your Yahoo, your AOL to your Google searches, all that, all Bing, it's gathering. So what it does is it's scraping. It's machine learning. It's scraping data from all the stuff that you previously, the metadata. So it's gathering all that stuff up to help generate those answers. So now, since they've been gathering all the data for so many years, now it can respond back to you. Because I'm like, people that tell me they don't like technology or they want to be off the grid. I'm like, okay, first of all, what kind of phone do you have? And the minute they say Android, I was like, I'm going to let you know right now, you stupid to have an Android. If you want to be off the grid, you stupid to have an Android. Because Google, the CEO of Google, the former CEO of Google, and it hasn't changed, they have data farms. The data farms exist in every state and across every country. They don't delete anything. Google sells your data. So why would they ever delete it? So they keep your data housed in the server. And that's, data from your search engines, because if you're using the messages, all that stuff grows across their server. So when you text and stuff, all that stuff is being housed on their servers and they never delete it.
Right. I understand that. I just want a buffer between me.
I
like to be able to disconnect.
He want that buffer all up until he learned that, because they done scraped up so much data on him that they know as soon as he walk in the house, he want his back rub, and the AI going as soon as he walk in the house, give his ass a back rub, and
would you be opposed to that?
Ready.
Would you be opposed to well, I'm gonna ask you, would you be opposed to have you seen the sex bots that's out now?
Nah, but I got a massage chair in my house for that. I don't need that. I got a whole chair for that.
Would you be opposed to the robots that could be able to do that?
Nah, I like real coochie. I don't want no fake robot.
I'm real.
And I don't care how real. And at some point, ain't that the goal of the AI, is to make the AI seem seamless between human interaction?
Bro, you talking about almost like, what was the name of that movie? Ex Machina? Ex Machina, almost like
Ex Machina, Ex Machina,
Machina, something like that. Yeah, it's like that. Like that's a little too much. I want the real. I still want the real. The real
but
deal.
What happened when the fake is so perfect you can't even tell or hardly tell?
It still don't matter. I still want the real deal.
Why not both?
I don't want both. I just want the real deal. I like to disconnect from stuff. Like when I go fishing for 3-4 hours, I just leave my phone in the car. You know what I'm saying? I just be liking to disconnect sometimes. That's
until
all.
the AI can go fishing and learn to
I'm all about...
And will shut the hell up while you're fishing.
Me being as much as in technology as I am, I do like to get outside. I enjoy being outside.
That's what I'm saying.
But I still have to have, for safety measures, because that's that paranoia in me, I have to keep my technology on me, which is why now I'm excited about Apple having access to the satellites. Because, certain parts of Georgia you go into, ain't no service, but at least I know now, as long as the sky is clear, I got access to a satellite if something happens. Because I want a satellite phone, but satellite phone's expensive as hell. Like service for that.
I ain't never had no satellite.
How much is a satellite phone?
Probably a monthly service. It's probably about a good $200 or $300. I think it is. I don't know.
I'd like to have one though. And that's not no joke.
I don't need service that bad. What you doing that's that risky where you need to be in contact with people that often?
So I'm from Macon. So me going to Macon, I take a
field in Macon, and ain't have much service out there.
Well, when you get to the main parts, they do, but I have to take between 470, certain parts of 475 for y'all from Georgia, and then I take a back road to get to Macon because it's easy to get to my parents' house.
Right.
And it's literally in the backwoods. Like if something happened to you back there, it's a done deal. You gone because there ain't no. It's between every 7 or 8 miles you might see a gas station, but between that there ain't nothing out there. So if somebody could snatch you up and put in these houses, but somebody could snatch you and drag you to their house, you can't call no 911 because the service out there is terrible. So you just stuck.
Beautiful. That sounds like heaven. It's just nothing.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
you
until it
want to be out
happens.
there,
Until life happens.
Right, and that's what I was going to say. You want to be out there, but at the same time, you going to have more need for a $200, $300 phone than anybody else. Because although you may want to be that separateness, soon as you say, oh, I need to make a call, you're going to want to be able to make that call.
That's
right
why
then.
I keep Hannah, my back. I slipped my disc. And she take me to the hospital, you know.
Right.
All
right, so let's talk about this then. Let's talk about, you said, let's go back to the political thing. You said you ran.
I ran. So the only reason I ran for Congress. So the reason I ran for Congress was I knew the congressman when he was a commissioner, and before he was he was commissioner, and before he was commissioner, I think he was doing a judge or something. He's terrible. I'll say on everybody, he's terrible. Mm-hmm. And the only reason I ran is because Hank Johnson is terrible. I call his name Congressman Hank Johnson. Like, he's horrible. Because I went through my own life problem. Like I went through homelessness. I went through losing everything that I have and having to build myself up out of that. And then seeing once I came up out of it, my neighborhoods was going through the same thing. Right. And I was like, this man been in office for a minute, and even some of my local politicians been in office for a minute. So I was like, why are my people still out here struggling where I grew up at? And I'm like, y'all not doing anything to repair it, but y'all been in office for so doggone long. And then when it's time for voting to take place, now you want to knock on the doors. Oh, we need your support.
Every 4 years you want to show up. And
well, Congress you got every 2 years. But either way,
you show up faking the phone. Yeah. Like you really give a damn.
Yeah. So I was like, and prior to that, so people say, well, what did you do prior to this? I was involved with a lot of community service work. So I was vice president of this nonprofit, it's North Lake Chapter Pioneers. I worked with mentoring youth and cleaning out, people's schoolyards and stuff. And then along with my church, I was doing stuff to give back to like the homeless shelters and then like the women's battered shelters, even though I couldn't go inside because you can't go inside as men. But I was still, we was doing fundraisers for them and then depositing, like sending them food and stuff. So I was actively involved in the community, but I wasn't involved to the point to where I was in people's political spaces. Yeah. But once I saw that, I was like, I'm running. I'm like, I don't give a shit who know me. I'm like, I'm going to get out here and run. Yeah. And it was unsuccessful, but still, because you can't challenge somebody that's been in there for so long. Because
even if you
trash, in our community, if you black and you in office, you pretty much, it's a done deal. And DeKalb County, where I'm from, it's predominantly black and they predominantly Democrat. It's a heavily blue district. So it's like whoever that person is, I don't care if you local, I don't care if you if you go federal, you pretty much guaranteed to a seat once you win it because they don't pay attention to politics to that degree to where they care about their community. Like we vent online about our struggles, but they don't want to get out there and do nothing about it.
People just, and that's another thing. People think every 4 years that they vote, walk around with their little sticker. Oh, I done my part. You think it's that easy? No. Yeah. You just go vote. You just stand in line for 2 hours. You think that's enough?
Yeah. And it's not even, and that's federal. It doesn't have nothing to do. Like most of the laws is done locally. Like all of your stuff that takes place and that affects you. It's done local. Yeah, local. I have been, and that's what kind of got me started on the podcast too. Yeah, okay. Because I was like, I found that people don't understand how office works. Right. They don't know how to read bills, which I can get that because it's almost like reading the Old Testament. And it's like the King James version. So if you can't really read the Bible, I know you're gonna have a hard time like trying to read through all the legal jargon. That's a good analogy. I never thought about it like that. Yeah, so and that's how I look at people. I'm like, if you can read the old King James version with the him, his, thous, and of those and stuff.
Yep, thither, hither.
Yeah, you can read any form of legal notes. I don't care if it's somebody's terms of service or whatever. You can understand that. You can understand this. You just took time just to read it. But a lot of people don't want to take time to do it, especially now. In the social media phase, we all have short-term memory. So
instant gratification. People want they want somebody to do it for them. Yeah. Right.
Yep.
So you lost, and what'd you say when you lost? Did you go up to me like you still suck?
Well, yeah, I did. So I created a show. So it got so bad. So during the first phase, I was like, okay, well, let me reassess this because I ran twice. So I was like, let me reassess this. Okay, let me get actively involved and let me actually get involved to where the party can see me. So I did, and they started recognizing. But see, I have a mouth. And I don't like to shut up because I'm like, if I see people going through struggle, I'm gonna speak on it. Right. I don't care about playing a part because I played a part in corporate America. Like I did the whole climb up the corporate ladder stuff, and you're trying to get all this recognition, and it don't really play out well. No, for a certain individual. If you care about people, it don't play out well for you. If you hate people, you be highly successful.
You got to know how to use them.
Yeah, and I didn't do that. Like I had my team.
It's unfortunate.
I got so good with my team to where like it was a unionized company, but I still was able to work with them because my family was cool with the president of the union. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I was like, I won't do too much to where it would take any work away from my technicians. Yep. But if my technicians need help, I'm gonna jump in and help them out as opposed to trying to work them to the ground.
Yeah.
And that's what we had a cohesive mesh to where my team was successful, and then we would barbecue every week.
Yep.
Like all of us became a family. Like we would cook out every week.
That's dope.
And everybody hated on us because all of our work was done, and everybody, half the team outside chilling, while the other half in there, we backing each other up.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so that's why I felt the same way when it came to politics. If you care about people, then you won't be successful running in office. You just really won't.
Yeah.
Like you would have to have the entire community behind you, because your ideas and your beliefs of what you want to see happen, people will hear that, but they're going to say, well, that ain't going to happen because of such and such is in office right now.
Yeah. I feel like you have to be self-centered and selfish in a great deal to be able to be successful, because you're at that point, you're not doing anything but playing politics and using people for the furtherance of your own goal, even if your goal, just using people for the furtherance of your own goal. And so you manipulating and you lying and you feeding people a bag of goods. I heard Charlamagne them name it something on a podcast I was listening to earlier this week, but I can't remember. He said that you would offer them, like what Joe Biden is doing about forgiveness, about students.
Yeah.
You know that's never gonna happen, but I'm finna tell you that I'm finna try to make it happen, knowing that full well you can't make it happen because the people across the table are gonna block you, and you know they're gonna block you, but you're gonna get up here and say, I'm fixing to get that brought into play.
Yes and no. So he had the opportunity to get it done when we controlled the House and the Senate.
Mm-hmm.
But his, I don't know if we can curse on your show or not.
Yeah,
shit, damn, ass.
But
he's stupid.
But his ass didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
Even though that's what he promised us
Even
on
though
his
they
campaign
had
trail.
He did.
He
He was like, we're going to do student
Yep.
loan forgiveness, because my student loan debt is goddamn crazy, and I still want my doctorate. It's expensive as hell. Like the debt I have on there, I ain't even trying to pay it back.
Y'all got some kids?
Huh?
You got some kids?
Y'all got 2 kids, yeah. And both of them in college.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I was gonna say shoes. Just imagine
Damn,
up
you
and
old
down.
as hell.
I am old, yeah.
Wait, how old are you?
I'm 44.
Damn,
He
you
right.
old as
We
shit.
43. I'm 43.
Well, how long you been having kids?
I
Damn.
had my oldest when I was 24.
That's when I had my oldest.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's when I had
Well, y'all
my
are having kids young.
Well, I mean, because I grew up in the South. You had to be ambitious, so you had to. My goal was to have a family, be good in my career, and have a business going before I turned 30. All of those things came true. Now, of course,
you did it.
I couldn't predict the divorce that came before the year before I turned 30. But I was doing it.
I had the letter to myself that they made you write in high school or junior high, how you see yourself 20 years or 10 years down. And I wrote that letter, but I read that mug and cry because ain't a damn thing came to pass.
I was doing it. It took a lot of hard work because I was playing a corporate game too. So I was doing the 14-hour days in corporate America. I was doing the Bell South class that they have here, hobnobbing with that. All the volunteer work and stuff I was doing. I participated like the corporate events. I was doing it until I realized all this shit is a scam.
Man, you just did a lot of stuff in a short period of time.
Yeah.
He was a busy man.
Yeah, but back to what you saying. Sorry to cut you off, but like you were saying, he had the house. They had the house, and they didn't get it done with the student loans. But
it could have been done because we had when he first took office. Same thing when President Obama took office. We controlled the House and we controlled the Senate.
Okay.
So technically speaking, anything that he wanted to have done, he could have got done.
Right.
Like it really could have gotten done. There wouldn't have been nobody to oppose it because we controlled everything.
Huh.
But he didn't do it. He could have passed student loan forgiveness. He could have did Medicare for all. He could have did all those things because we control the House and the Senate. But he wouldn't do it.
But that's what they do though. They say they gonna do this. They gonna do this. They run. They say they gonna do this. Then they get the House.
Yeah.
Then they don't pass the bills that they say they gonna do. And then when a Republican get in, they say, "Well, y'all ain't gonna make this happen. Y'all ain't." You could have did it when you was in the House, but y'all just playing the blame game.
I'm waiting for them to throw us some money because eventually that's what's gonna happen in my mind.
We can't keep throwing money out there like that.
We in there, they seems to got it.
Throw the people money because we're not in a recession no more.
Oh yeah, they ain't got no reason to, or ain't got no excuse to do it.
Because the whole fear of the recession turned out not to be a fear, which I knew it wasn't a recession.
Yeah,
because I was like, spending is still up. I was like, it's not like the recession we had in 2007 where people was like, no, fuck that shit. I'm gonna keep all my money to myself. Yeah. No, spending was still up. That's why I was like, how are you talking about there's a recession? The housing market is crazy hell. The houses now, the cheapest house you need is like $350,000. People are still out waiting in lines to get iPhones and everything else is coming out.
Everybody still got a Hellcat. Ain't nobody on
Martin. So I
ain't
was
nobody
like,
riding Martin.
Nah. So I was like, if spending is still up, where is this idea of a recession coming from? And then, of course, the corporate America was like, oh, well, because there's a recession company, we got to start reserving our funds. So we're going to start laying, which they did. We're going to start laying all these people off. And they did. And it's like, now we halfway through the year, ain't no goddamn recession. There ain't no recession. And then maybe you come out and say, oh, yeah, well, the recession didn't pan out the way that we thought it was going to because we implemented. I'm like, you ain't implement nothing. Like, there was nothing that you raised interest rates, which is crazy. So you can't even buy because the interest rates are so doggone high. Uh-huh. So I'm like, so you raise all this stuff up. Now you're bringing it back down. But now you're trying to do whatever you can do now to make the houses more affordable. But you can't make it affordable because all the investors have bought all the houses up.
You're right.
Yeah.
Rent is just as much as mortgage now.
Yeah, rent is so goddamn. My rent is so goddamn high.
So you don't think it's gonna come down though?
It can't come down.
I mean, so they say a recession, but I mean, at some point it's gonna have to.
How? Because the houses have already been bought.
It was right. So, all the houses have been bought.
So investors came in and bought houses at a higher rate than what they're used to. Mm-hmm. So let's look at back at the pandemic. So the pandemic took place. We had a supply chain shortage. Mm-hmm. So the supplies that we did have became super expensive, like from lumber to metal to paint. Paint was, everything was super expensive. Mm-hmm. So when you build out a home, so now your homes that cost a big home that costs $200,000, $225,000, now it's $300,000, $350,000. But you getting shoddy material because you can't get in quality stuff. Like even my house got some shitty ass paint in there, and I'm sitting here like, bro, this house costs way too goddamn much. So they have this trash paint in here, but if they use the materials they have, so now you have a mortgage on a house that's $350,000 to almost $400,000. Your rent got to be $2,000, $2,500. The newer houses the newer house being built now still costing that same median price range. It can't come down. Only way it can come down. So my next plan is build. Like that's why within the next year and a half, I'm buying land and I'm building. So the new loans that's out now is. My cousin, she's a broker. She was like, they have new loans to where you can incorporate buying land and having a house built, incorporate into the same loan. And it's cheaper than buying a house in a subdivision.
But you know what's even cheaper than that, though? You won't have to pay the taxes on the house. Like no. If you buy the house, lay a foundation, and then buy a mobile home. I don't know if you be seeing like on TikTok and stuff. There's some nice ass mobile homes. You can buy like two double wides and put them together and put a roof in between them. But if you never really physically mount the houses to the property, you don't have to pay the taxes on the house because it's technically a mobile home. So you're only paying taxes on the property.
Yeah, and if you do that, it can come out cheaper.
I ain't even see that like that. That's
because you can buy. So if you want to do it that way, you can buy shipping containers. I would do shipping containers cost
I seen that right there.
$5,000. What's the same thing as mobile homes? So you buy shipping containers like $5,000. You can get a remodel for like $20,000 to $30,000. Mm-hmm. And you can get a good 2,000, almost 3,000 square foot house with a ton of shipping containers that you've all grafted together, and it's it's eco-friendly.
Yeah, and probably will weather a lot better than a wood house once a tornado come or any kind of crazy inclement weather.
Yeah, I've seen people where they've supported where they've added extra stuff onto it, like brick around it and all the other stuff.
Well, yeah, and
because you still want some insulation
to look good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying when that wind gets blowing, it's probably gonna sit a lot tougher than wood. Okay. Imagine a tree fall on a wooden house, a tree fall on a shipping container.
A shipping container, well, they're designed to be stacked like that, so they could take more.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, so that's what I'm talking about. But all that said is though, I'm sad if you don't think it's gonna go back down because like right before the pandemic, I was finna buy a house and it was like right up there at 300, and it was a lot of room. But what I was afraid of is I was afraid because I'm the one that paying the bills. I'm the one that do all. I'm the one that go to work and all my money go to the bills. But I was scared of like a $2,000 mortgage. So that's why I didn't jump into it because I was like, man, I don't know. And I ain't never really owned a house before. So $2,000, bro. Yeah. I was like, man, that's crazy. I don't know how I could do it. And so I backed down. And now them houses is like $350,000, $400,000 right over there by Greenbrier. And because they went up. And I'm like, damn. Because I was trying to get it down to like $1,500, but then the deposit they wanted for me to get it to like $1,500. It was crazy. Yep, that's what they wanted. I was like,
but see, since you're a first time homebuyer, they got first time homebuyer programs.
Yeah,
they help you towards the down payment on the house.
Well, if they're gonna help me with like $60,000,
yeah, they'll be. Well, I don't know how. Well,
what?
So
they ain't gonna put the whole 60.
No, they ain't gonna put the whole 60.
No, you gotta be like, sir.
No, you gotta come in. You gotta come in with a good at least 20.
But the only problem with the first time homeowner stuff is like they usually want the house to be like when the inspector come in, everything got to be perfect in the house, like everything.
No, it was a new bill.
Yeah, but I'm saying like, I was gonna get. So like we tried to do a first homeowner's loan to try to get that for the house that we got, but it was super minute stuff like it wasn't a rail on the front. The front porch don't have rails by the steps.
Wait, so y'all buying that?
That we bought that house.
Oh, nice.
But no,
you told me that.
But you're talking
sorry.
about having a house looked at. No, that's what you want.
I'm saying like in order to approve for that.
It's got to be perfect.
So like the house we live in is 100 years old.
Yeah.
It's 100 years now. But it's good bones. You seen the house? It's good bones. Everything's super sturdy on the house.
No, you don't know that. Let me tell you why you don't know that. Which is why I sold my house and I'm like renting right now until I build my next one out. This is my second time. This was my second time buying a home. So I bought an older house. Right. Because I bought it for like I'm thinking about, I want equity. So I'm like, okay, well, let me get a house that I wanted I don't want to be able to afford it. I want to be able to pay for it. And then, still have extra money for savings or travel like I want to. So I bought the house at like 130. But then I ended up praising like a couple of years later for like almost 200. Now when I sold it, I got a ton of money for when I sold it.
Heck yeah.
But still, what I didn't know was everything can look fine on the outside. It's the inside. So it's the reason I sold it is because I started having pipes burst like every 3 months. My pipes were bursting in the house. Mm-hmm. So my plumber finally came in and he started looking at everything around the house. And he was like, man, they put in some old decommissioned pipes that shouldn't have even been approved for. And he was like, nobody would have really took time to take a look at it. Yeah. And he was like, because as long as it was working, it was cool.
Right.
So because before I sold, I had a pipe burst downstairs. I've already had a pipe burst twice. To where when I was dating my wife now, I came home and my whole kitchen, the ceiling had caved in, and it was water everywhere. I was like, what the hell is this? That same pipe burst again after they fixed it. So then the third time it happened, it was in my downstairs bathroom to where I had the pest control come out, and they was doing an annual thing, and the guy was in my crawl space, and he like tapped on one of the pipes just to like see if any bugs would come out. Well, just from him, just momentary tap on it. It bust right up in my bathroom downstairs. God, didn't even know it. So I'm
all in his face.
Yeah, no, it didn't hit him. He heard the water. The water started coming downstairs in the crawl space, and he didn't realize.
Why he tapping that?
But I'm glad he did though, because if he hadn't did it.
He done that clink.
It was terrible. I'm down there.
I mean, it was good he did though, because what happened to us, ours busted for Christmas, and it busted on Christmas Eve. We was washing clothes, and something happened to the washing machine, and we was fooling with it, and it busted. We wound up having to go stay at my mother-in-law's house for Christmas Day. Yeah, and you don't want it to happen accidentally.
No. Because I turned around, this dude come sprint. I saw because I have cameras around my house. I seen him sprinting around from back outside. I was like, either he ran across the snake. Or he didn't got bit until he comes to the front door, and I'll open the front door. But I was like, everything okay? Not realizing I had just walked through 2 inches of water.
Because you was seeing what he was running from.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out what he's running from.
Yeah.
And then he was like, man, no, he said, you got a pipe that burst, and he was like, I'm coming to tell you that burst. And I was like, what are you talking about? Right when I turned around, my whole downstairs was like flooded, and it was like spewing from out of the wall.
Yep, and that's how that shit looked whenever we did at my house.
Yeah.
Oh, because they had froze over. That's what happened to them. They froze. And then it froze like the day before, I think. And so we didn't know what was wrong with the washing machine. So I was trying to fool with it to get it to work. And I don't know what I had did. It was something I did. But then next time you know, that pipe busted.
Yeah, that's avoidable. You could have avoided that.
But that's why I'm glad for a home inspector. I want them to be that tease because
it's a surprise. It ain't
because you don't know they are certified, but they're supposed to check for little stuff like that.
I'm saying if it's your first time when you get the first time FDH first home whatever.
Yeah, the FHA.
Yeah, they want everything on the house to be perfect. What I'm saying, like minute stuff, like. So we couldn't get on our house because
them rails.
We didn't have rails on the front steps of our house. How many steps on the front of the house? 3?
Yeah,
it's 3 steps. It's like we couldn't get approved for that. We would have had to physically go out and buy stuff to put rails on the front steps and in the 3 back steps in the back. I'm like, it's little stuff like that. But they want everything to be perfect because if you're a first time homeowner, you're gonna mess stuff up anyway because they know that you don't.
Who was the you seen the inspector?
Yeah, the inspector.
They were black or white? It was a woman.
I don't know. Hannah did all that. I told Hannah, pick a house, I'll put the money down. I really didn't want to buy a house. I was like,
you gotta buy a house.
No, not right now. I'm saying like the way work going for me, I was like, man, I just want to save all my money, buy me a house. I've been looking at property in West Virginia.
I forgot you want to move to West Virginia.
I'm looking at property in West Virginia, 300-400 acres.
You trying to get off the grid for real.
You been in West Virginia?
In the mountains with the trees.
No, I ain't been to West Virginia, but it's beautiful and the land is cheap.
You want to be a hillbilly.
Go to West Virginia. Go visit West Virginia first before you make a decision on that.
It don't matter where
I had a horrible experience going to West Virginia.
Ain't no black people now?
Well, and they're threatening to the black folks. I
don't care about that. Cause get what? If you got 100 acres, I ain't gonna know my neighbors. No way. About that
first and second episode.
I'm gonna grow everything. I being in West Virginia, to me,
because you want to grow everything. Speaking of which, speaking of which, I saw to my mom. I got me what's the thing where you grow hydroponic? And I bought me some hydroponic. I'm about to grow some stuff in the house. I know this is way off. You're like, well, how we get here? Because you talk about you gonna be in West Virginia growing shit.
You're gonna be outside. But what I'm saying is, if I'm in the country, it don't matter if I'm in Alaska, Africa, Australia. It don't matter where I'm at. I just want to get the hell leave me the hell alone.
You see yourself
West Virginia? Yeah.
You ever farmed before?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not farm like heavy farm, but I got a nice garden. Or I had a nice garden. I just moved out the house, but I do it big.
I never see your garden.
I showed you photos of my garden. I be till my land and everything. Flip the soil.
You gotta show them again. I forget.
I'll show you the photos when we get done. You'll be like, damn, dude. I had a nice ass garden. I'm talking about like a 25 by 25. I know I would have to buy big machinery and stuff, but what I want to do is, if I move to West Virginia, I just buy me a bunch of big hoop houses, like long. I mean,
and if you do that, they'll give you'll get some subsidies for starting a farm too. Like government does.
Like, I get all kinds of stuff, and I have some couple cows, nothing crazy, maybe like 4 or 5 cows. I don't want no horses.
I can't do animals.
Me neither. I cannot do. I can do a horse, but my mom was talking about chickens. That's what my mama said. She said that yesterday, 2 days ago.
Bees,
she wants some chickens.
I do bees. I can't do. I do chickens too because you can get some fresh eggs.
But you'll do what?
I do bees.
Bees? Oh, bees.
I'm about to get bees. Watch what I do to that backyard. It's gonna be crazy next year.
Are you gonna do a beehive in your? How much land do you have
now? My backyard is probably like 100 feet by like 50 feet. My backyard.
You don't want no bees around your backyard like that. That's too close.
No, I want bees.
That's too close.
And then he got other kids. You got other kids that stay right there. Is that why you saying?
Damn, honeybees. They don't be bothering nobody.
That's why you
saying
that?
They do.
Honeybees don't just be attacking people like that. Then I'm gonna pull all that shit up in the front yard. I'm gonna do all wildflowers in my front yard.
Where do you live
at?
My
bees. I'm
in Hayville, right there in the city.
You're not part of HOA?
No, not.
Oh, okay. Well, you good. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna have bees. I'm about to do it big. I'll show you photos of my last garden. I had water. I grew water. I got like 20 watermelons.
I tried growing watermelons when I first moved here.
Pumpkins, San Marzano tomatoes, cucumbers.
So that's what we got to show together. We something with it. Like
I didn't do plums. I'm gonna I didn't own that part, but I'm gonna do I want to do a peach tree here and some blueberry bush. I had a blueberry bush at my last house.
I need some plums.
I'm gonna do it big.
I want some green
plums. Will be good. I like plums. I don't really like peaches. Peaches be hairy on the outside. I don't want to. No, I don't want to eat one peach with hair. That's it. No, that's it. I'm just not no real peach, but
just
you eat other stuff with hair on it though.
Yeah,
that's what I'm talking about. I eat the other stuff, but I'm not gonna eat no
ass.
Peach. Nah, I don't eat no ass. That's for sure. I eat it on request. On request, if you're good to me and you ask me to do some stuff, yeah.
Well, here's the comment box.
Let me, because I'm gonna tell you right here, I'm never gonna let nobody out freak me.
Out nasty you.
Exactly.
That's his whole thing.
I'm not gonna let you out nasty me now, because you ain't finna go tell your friends nothing about.
I'm fine with that, but I don't know about eating no ass.
I eat if that was ass.
I
have no problem.
I have no problems with exploring. Well, I ain't getting penetrated, but I don't have no problems with exploring other things. But I can't. I don't. Something about that. I don't, because I got sensitive taste buds. I don't.
I mean, I don't.
Because as far as I go with doing that, eating chitlins, I mean,
it's ass.
You eat chitlins? That's ass.
It's good with hot sauce, so you can't put hot sauce.
Just put some hot sauce.
You
on
put some
hot
sauce on some ass.
Just put on the boot hole.
Do some of that Frank's.
They're gonna be hollering. They're gonna be hollering for real doing that.
But guess what though?
That's what they ask for.
And that's gonna be the last time they ask you to eat ass, and then you'll be good. You'll be like,
pow.
I guess people. Well, never mind. Because I ain't never had nobody miss. I missed it. It was like
some of that Texas Pete on the peephole.
You gotta use some Franks.
That Franks, burn them up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm gonna grow some. Since I own this spot now, I'm gonna put a peach tree back there, and I'm gonna do blueberries. I don't know about a plum. I guess I could do a plum tree, but I ain't
big. Goal for like what we want to do. Like all of our friends and stuff. I know it's just hugely off topic where we got to.
It's all right. We're gonna come back. We're gonna get back to games. We're gonna talk about games.
We talked about starting a commune. Like, because all of our friends and family, we are. Because I mean, a lot of people they successful, but I'm like, I just want some, because I want to take care of my parents too. Like my parents get on my goddamn nerves, but I still want to take care of them.
Right.
But I'm like, they live in Macon, and I'm like, but I'm all the way up here. So whenever I go in to see them, I gotta drive an hour and a half, which in Atlanta that's normal. But still, I gotta drive an hour and a half to hour 40 to get down to Macon to see them, and I'm like, anybody doing it like every single week. So for us, like we want to, because my one of my good friends, her parents live up in, I always forget the name of the place. It's outside of Athens, but she lives in the city of Atlanta. So whenever she goes to see her family, she got to drive there. She stayed the whole weekend. So all of us are saying, okay, well, let's get at least 10, 15 acres, if not 20 acres. We set up, we have one little place in front of like a community place. One house at the front of the neighborhood. where all of us can come to. Like we have people coming in town. It's got like 4 or 5 bedrooms. Everybody can hang out in there. We can cook out in there. But then we have streets separated into our own individual houses.
Yeah, and then that'd be dope.
Yeah, we all live in the same. We approve whoever move in there. So it's got to be particular friends and family that we didn't vet that can move in.
That'd be
but
dope.
We move all of our parents in, and we can take care of them until they pass on, and then we decide what we're gonna do with their house after they're gone. But at least all of us can watch out for each other. We want to grow some stuff too. Mm-hmm. We can all work in the land and stuff together, and we can just chill out and have a good time together.
You can bury your folks there, because after 100 years they dig them bodies up and get rid of them. In cemeteries they don't make new cemeteries. You don't never see new cemeteries out.
No.
After 100 years they just dig the body up.
Well, after 100 years, I'm gone.
Well, I'm saying after 100 years, the people that
yeah,
that buried you, they gonna be dead too. So get what? We just gonna dig this body up, throw your ass in the trash, and then now we got a new plot.
Nah, that's real. I'm not even mad. I don't. When it comes to that kind of stuff,
I'm trying to live I'm trying to be in the ground forever on my property with my grandkids, great grandkids. We all dead together. It's dark down here with all of us.
I want a Jedi funeral.
You want a Jedi? What's the Jedi funeral? I'm trying to remember what they do.
What the hell is that?
Is that where they shoot you into space?
No. You remember when they buried? What's his name? So they put a little thing out front, lay your body on top. I want to be laid on top of it, set my stuff on fire. Give me my little sword. Set my stuff on fire.
Okay.
You're gonna be cremated outside.
Outside, yeah.
Same thing. You could be cremated.
I hate.
That spreads you in the yard.
That's my biggest fear is to die.
But you ain't here
on fire. It don't matter. I don't
want
nobody smelling my body cooking. And then people like, damn, it smell like barbecue.
You put on some good cologne.
Into the circle of life, my boy. At least let them cremate you and spread your ashes in your yard.
I swear to God, if they do not burn my body, I do not want to be burnt.
They're gonna take your organs out so they can do it like they, used to mummify people. They put some roses and onions and stuff up inside of you. So at least when they burn you, it's like a nice fragrant scent that comes out.
Put me in the ground. I do not want to be burned.
I don't want nobody maggots and worms.
I don't want nobody crying over me. I just want you just to burn me.
They gonna cry anyway.
Yeah, but I don't want you to have so my youngest son died. And so he's buried at Hillendale Cemetery up in off of over in the Decatur area. So now because I got a plot there, every year, I gotta go for his birthday, and I go for the day that he died and put flowers and stuff like that, and make sure it's clean.
Right.
I don't want nobody doing it for me.
Yeah, I wouldn't want nobody doing it.
I want you to remember me. I just want you to spread my ashes over a mountaintop somewhere.
No, I don't want it for people to keep revisiting. I just don't want to be burnt because, boy, I don't want to be burnt alive or drowned. That's like my biggest fear is to be burned alive. I'd rather drown or get eaten alive.
My fear is being drowned.
Really?
I can swim. Yeah, I can. And
you more afraid of being drowned than being on fire?
Yes.
Damn.
Because eventually, because fire, if you get burned, eventually you can't feel it no more.
Who told you that shit?
No, you can't. Your nerves. No, signs of your nerves deaden. No, so here's how you can test that out. You ever notice like when you start to get burned, it start getting so hot that it's cold. So your sensors get
no, I ain't never
myself
did.
Until I
what the fuck
it was
shit
cold.
you on? You on some other shit?
No, I mean like you like
dripping blood.
Like you grab some hot water or something. Yeah, no, it turns like it feel like it's cold.
Nah, hell no.
When the niece taking that shower, and I think I'm finna slide in that shower with her ass, and I get scald, it don't never feel cold.
This how science works. If no matter how hard you injure yourself, the dopamine and adrenaline in you numbs your body to that particular pain, which is why you suffer a sports injury. You don't feel it when it happens. It's only until a day later that the pain and adrenaline goes away, and you actually start feel the pain from the injury that you sustained.
Who told you that shit? I played football. True. That shit hurt every time I got hit. When I had concussion. Concussions, I done got concussions, been fucked up. That shit hurt instantly. I twisted my ankle playing basketball yesterday. I had to stop. I said, hell no, my shit fucked up.
Now, I'm familiar with delayed pain.
I felt initial shock after, but after that, I didn't feel any more pain.
I'm familiar with delayed pain. I mean, it's like a sports injury or something.
Yeah, delayed. Yeah, but not no.
Like you go hiking or something, and in the morning your ankles.
Hot ass water though.
In water, if I'm in water,
I don't know if I want to drown.
If you're drowning, you can see your death because you know eventually you got to stop holding your breath and start taking in that water. That's like you knowing the death is happening. If you're on fire, man, you're just on fire. You already. You
but when you drowning, I done been drowning before. It's a point of it where you stop fighting. As weird as this sound, and it become peaceful because you just kind of
let
looking
yourself
at the light.
But on the movies, you be peaceful, but then your body be convulsing still.
No, I done been drowning before. Cause I went swimming in California. This is when I was in like great shape. My dumb ass, we swimming in a river, and I'm jumping in the river, and I got cargo shorts on, full of water, and Chuck Taylors. So I'm trying to swim across, and I get maybe 10 feet away, and I'm talking about nothing is working. And it's river water, so it's freezing cold water. So your muscles season up. And I'm like, help. I don't see nobody around. And then I just...
Hey,
that's why I encourage...
I didn't almost drown before.
I encourage everybody to go through boxing class and get trained out in the woods because we go through scenarios like that.
But you take a boxing class?
I did boxing.
I want to.
So I got bullied.
Oh my God! See. Here we go.
So I got bullied in school. I got bullied.
His life. I want to live my life.
I got bullied bad in school. So when last time I ended up getting jumped on by my sister's boyfriend and the rest of his gang members. So when I graduated and I told my dad I wanted to really learn how to fight because I'm a middle child. So my older brother, he played sports, and then he was in gangs and stuff too. And my sister was popular, but she was pretty and she could sing. Whereas me, I'm the little short, nerdy, frumpy kid with glasses. I got picked on all the time. So when I graduated high school, I got into a boxing class. I wanted to learn, but I actually ended up fighting. But I learned boxing, kickboxing, and what they call combat jiu-jitsu, which is now mixed martial arts. So I did all of that. In my training, he's an ex-Vietnam. He crazy as hell. Ex-Vietnam. He was a Marine, ex-Vietnam. So we would go up into the mountains. And we would do hot cold scenarios. So we would go out there training and stuff, and then we would jump into like this. It was almost like a sauna, but it was one of this guy's homemade sauna. He put it like in this mud type room, and then from there we would leave out of there and jump directly into the river. So it take your body from hot cold, build up your endurance.
Okay,
man. What the fuck they got to do with getting caught on fire? That shit gonna hurt. I don't give them how much training.
I was like, yo, drowning. You talking about if the water was so cold? I'm like, when you go through that training, you're like, you don't feel that cold water like that no more because already know how I feel. Oh, he didn't broke the thing on the microphone.
I think it's just twist. I think you just
gotta screw it
back
back.
I gotta hold the shit.
Nah, you gotta screw it back in there. Why he screwing that back in?
This nigga got the janky shit.
It ain't janky. You just gotta screw it back in. So let's switch topics.
Okay.
Video games. You were talking about you just finished playing. I'm
still playing Zelda.
Yeah.
My podcast.
It's Tears of the Wild, right?
Tears of the Wild. My podcast, politics, technology, and video games. So politics because I ran for office. I'm actively involved. Like I help out with individuals before. I was vice president of the Lions Club. If you take that out,
yeah.
And I don't really do much of that no more, but I do help out with the Lions Club. And then technology because I'm a nerd. I've been doing technology for over 20-some years. And then video games because I enjoy video games. But the whole purpose of the podcast is how they all intertwine together. But yes, I do love playing video games. Like I don't think until I leave this day, like I don't know if y'all know Tony Baker. Tony Baker's like I'm gonna forever have sticks in my hand till you bury me. And that's how I feel about video games. Like I'm a huge role playing game. I'm a huge role playing game person.
Yeah, that's my favorite too.
So I'm a huge Final Fantasy person. Like I love the stories of Final Fantasy. I especially love Zelda. Like Zelda's one of the originals.
Yeah.
You old enough, so you remember the old Zelda. They was with the Nintendo.
Yeah,
you had the gold cartridge and stuff.
That's Link.
You remember with your old ass. You remember?
I don't mind.
So now I'm playing. Yeah, Zelda came out. I was excited about it because my wife was getting on me about it. She was like, this big dude over here playing this dog on video games. I was like, absolutely. I was like, it's been what 7 years since the last Zelda came out. So I was like, we've been waiting for Tears of the Kingdom for a minute because it was promised that it was gonna come with a new console.
Right. But
I guess the hype, people was pushing them so hard, they was like, we're just gonna go ahead and release it because we don't know when we're gonna come out with a brand new console.
Right. That's what's up.
We still waiting on Dr. Dre to drop what's the name of the album? He said the aftermath for
is it Chronic?
The Detox.
Detox?
Yeah, we've been waiting on that forever. What's up, Dre? With your old ass.
So what other games you played in? You know what? Well, yeah, go ahead. What other games you played?
Yeah. So what other games?
Yeah.
So I have Zelda. I've been trying to beat Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is my GTA.
Yeah.
So until we get a GTA 6, Cyberpunk is like my game that if I'm having a hard day at work, people have been pissing me off.
Oh, you taking it out on Cyberpunk?
I'm taking it out on Cyberpunk.
Copy that.
So then I love Resident Evil.
That's why I want to play GTA. I ain't gonna even lie. Because I heard you can get bitches on GTA.
Yeah.
I can't get none in real life, so I'm like, listen, I'm married. You can't get no bitches in real life. And I never really had a chance to get no bitches before I got married. So I'm like, look.
How long you was married?
I got married when I was 22. I wasn't getting none before I was listening. So when I grew up, I was a nerd. I was in the church deep. I was really in the church deep for my junior year, my senior. I mean my junior high years, my high school years. I liked girls, but I didn't know what to say to them, and I was nerdy and pretty much probably pudgy like I was now. But I didn't know how much conversation ruled the nation until after I got married. It was once I got married, then I knew, from having a wife, what you say, what you don't say, what they want to hear. But all that said, my wife is my first of everything. I've never experienced. I never even had sex before I met her. I was celibate. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't even celibate because I tried. Celibacy chose me. I didn't choose it.
So this will help me out.
You know what I'm saying?
All y'all nerds out, this will help me out. Mm-hmm. When I started doing boxing, because I was a kid in high school. Mm-hmm. When I started doing boxing and I got cut up, the people that was hating on me in high school, they saw me afterwards. And it was like, who the fuck are you? And I did them terrible. I don't even care. I did because you played me in high school. So yeah.
So you drug them.
I sure as hell did. I was petty as hell. I ain't no. I ain't no Rick Ross. I ain't drug nobody.
No, I didn't mean drug. I mean drug like drag. I don't even
like play like because they ain't trying to get canceled.
Oh yeah, that's true. This is social media.
I ain't trying to get no play on no
and they'll
birds.
be like he said he drugged.
No, I ain't drugged nobody. But no, yeah. So it's like for me, once I went through that whole transition, I still was shy. But I had no problem getting women.
Right.
See, I couldn't get none.
I was super shy. I don't think I came out of being quiet until I got into management in corporate America. And the only reason I did that because this guy used to mentor me, encouraged me to get into management.
So I was never shy. I was always outspoken. But the only thing I would ever they would be like, "You're gonna make a great dad and a great father one day. I mean, a great husband and a great dad one day."
Well, make that happen. Give me some pussy.
Yeah. Well, so the other part of that is I grew up in Louisiana, and so it was predominantly white women, and that I was clicked around. There was black people there too, but I grew up around because then you running into either I just like you as a friend or my dad's never going to accept this.
I never had no problem with that.
He from you from Macon. He from the sticks of Louisiana.
So probably because
I never had no problems.
I had them all the time.
Because when I was started dating white girls in in Gwinnett County, this was before Gwinnett County became diverse.
And now that you're making me think about it too, I think too because. And I'm like that now still. I'm a romantic. I'm a hopeless romantic. So I'm not just out here being managed. I want you to love me. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
so I don't. It ain't about
now. When I went through my
nowadays it's about.
I went through my first divorce, I was for the streets. I did not care who I hurt. It didn't even matter to me. Because at that point, and I was good. Like I didn't leave her. Like my ex-wife, she left. I mean, we good friends. As a matter of fact, that was who just calling me now. But yeah, when she left me because she said she fell out of love with me. And I was like you, I was a hopeless romantic. I never spoke up for myself in a marriage because I was trying to make sure as a man growing up, because you're from the South, you're supposed to take care of your house.
You're supposed to be doing your thing,
you gotta make sure they take care of your house. So when she left me, and I was like, well, goddamn, I thought I did everything I was supposed to do to be a man in the house, take care of my kids, make sure everybody got what they wanted. Gave her the whip that she wanted. Matter of fact, it was like when the convertible Volkswagen Beetle first came out. This how y'all know how it first came. When it first came out, she was like, man, I would love to have that. Valentine's Day, I went and bought that car for her.
Boy, she started your villainous origin story.
She sure did. I came a huge villain.
Listen, I'm not even gonna lie. If me and mine don't work, and I'm not saying that I'm not speaking bad into it, definitely finna be a ho-ho.
Yeah, I was terrible.
Because at the end of the day, what I realize is that, and women will argue it, but I don't give a damn. I'm the friend listening to them tell me stories about the men that's out here that they love and they chasing after, and it is villainous dudes who and not even I ain't even gonna say villainous, but I'm gonna say, remember when we talked about politicians and how the politician, he is for self. At the end of the day, he gonna tell you he's for the people.
If you look at the underlying issue, though, it's the confidence behind it. That's what I found out.
Right.
And once I became so cold and numb to the whole, and I said, fuck that shit, that's when I was getting...
right. Because at that point, you was for self. I'm like, listen, I know what I need, and you probably, if I'm right, correct me if I'm wrong, when you got out of that relationship, your mindset was, I did everything for you. I was always trying to cater to you and make sure that you were happy. And this is how you do me? Damn, I'm fixing to start looking out for self. So I'm going to see that chick and I'm going to say, this is the things that I want out of her. And I'm fitting to do whatever I need to get that. And once I've gotten it, I'm going to drop her ass off. And then I'm going to move on to the next one.
I kept him
but
around.
At the end of the day, you might keep him around. Well, yeah, you kept him around in a sense, but I'm not, at the end of the day, she wasn't fixing to be your only. You finna have fun out here.
Yeah.
Because you had been doing for one person for your whole life, and that didn't turn out right. So now you fixing to do for several.
That's how y'all should know. You treat people with kindness because you don't know who's gonna be the villain.
And right.
You don't know who's gonna be the villain.
Well, so
I'm good now, but yeah.
Right.
you don't know who's gonna be the villain.
But after you had that conversation, then what happens is women will tell you, "Oh, well, you need to seek healing and therapy, and you need to work on yourself, and you need to." But at the same time, though, they're gonna tell you that. But the niggas that they like, he not going to no therapist. He going to them cakes every other weekend. He not even them cakes. He going to. I mean, he getting it, but he not really trying to address his issues. And so, at some point, I feel like women are attracted to a man who seems like he needs to be fixed.
Why is it an issue if a man want to be with a bunch of women? What healing do he need? That's what confused me.
Because they're going to.
What's the healing? Why? I just want some ass from a whole lot of women. I don't want to wear the same shoes every day. Not saying women are shoes and you can just get rid of them, but you might like this woman because she's funny as hell. Mm-hmm. But you might like this woman because she's spontaneous. So but you might like this woman because she loves music and has good taste in music and love to do yoga.
So you open to a poly relationship?
I'm not, but what I'm saying is like if I'm saying like if what he's saying like if a man is like this and like this and like that. Why is it gotta be something wrong with him?
I think women what they're gonna say is, and some men will say this too. I just would argue it all. Is they're gonna say because it seems like you're looking for something, and that's what they're gonna say. It seems like you're looking for something
for fun. Yes, something.
But
different.
They're gonna say there's an underlying issue or there's something unresolved, and you're trying to answer that with these. Because
I don't want to eat Chinese food every day. That's my favorite shit. I love Chinese food.
Sometimes you want to eat. You know,
but sometimes I want to. Right, I just want to switch it up. I'm not saying women are disposable like that, but certain people you like certain people for certain things. I'm sure y'all all will be around this one friend, be like, man, this that one friend I like doing this with because he good at that.
You go to concerts.
I feel the same way about my friends. Like I got certain friends and I'm like, he's fun to play basketball with, but I would never take him to this poetry. I would never take him to this open mic poetry. I don't think fishing. Not, you know what I'm saying? That ain't his groove. But we can be friends in this avenue, and I can just get different friends for that avenue. Why can't I be the same with women?
I don't think it's
because they love to say you looking for something. No, I'm just looking for something different and something fun.
At the time, I was trying to get. Well, for me, I really was working some anger out.
Right
now, I understand that. To me, it was kind of wrong because some of the ones they really did want relationships. The ones that I didn't tell specific. No, I did tell all of them I wasn't looking for no relationship. I was honest about my stuff.
Yeah, I
should have been honest about mine.
If I was to do it afterwards, it wouldn't even be because it wouldn't be no anger thing. I think for me, it would have been just because I realized there ain't no one got it all.
Oh, I was angry.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hannah. Hannah, I love you. Fuck what they talking about. I don't want to get kicked out.
I ain't saying nothing.
I love the Lord.
After my divorce, and that's what I said. I'm cool now,
Lord,
and I can look back and say, okay, it wasn't right.
But
at the time too, I was honest.
Hey, we got an extra bedroom. You come stay in with your.
What I'm gonna be staying at your bedroom if I'm married?
I'm finna get kicked out. All this talking about if I was to get this and if I, but your ass finna be ifed up out of here. Everybody not finna be at my career.
Nah, I ain't gonna be ifed up out of nowhere.
Yeah, I play video games.
Nah, I'm like, dang, got me ifed up.
Now you gonna answer another question outside of that.
No, just still about video. Oh, yes, I was. You said your wife spoke about whenever you was playing Cyberpunk. She said, it's not. She didn't. I don't want to say because it didn't sound like a negative way. You was making her seem like she said it, but that you're grown and you taking so much pleasure in these video games, and that was a thing of self-care.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to pivot off of that to something you said. I heard you say on a podcast.
Okay.
And wanted you to speak to that. You said on with excuse me if I get it wrong, but with Tara Chantel.
Yeah.
You said talking about that interview on your podcast. You said
you actually did some homework. Go ahead.
You said self-discovery is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey that requires patience, curiosity, and courage. Can you elaborate on the patience, curiosity, and the courage, and speak specifically though to the courage? Why do you think it takes courage? And you want me to read it again? I will.
No. I understand. No, because you will have some people that don't necessarily agree with what you're doing. Like my wife was just saying it jokingly because she know that I'm a homebody. Like I go out, I got my friends, but my friends come from her. So it's like when my friends go out, she automatically know who I'm actually hanging out with. Like it ain't my original group of friends that I would go travel and stuff and run the streets with. So for me, it's like you gotta find what makes you happy, because what makes you happy one day is not gonna make you happy the next day. And then you gotta make sure that the way that you're feeding that pleasure inside of you is actually helping you out. Like it's not coming from a negative place. Which is why I say when I play Cyberpunk, it's coming from a negative place because either traffic was hard because everybody from Atlanta, y'all know the traffic out here is terrible.
Yeah, take it out.
And or you got a hard day at work. So you got a hard day at work and you got traffic. So now I'm coming home either I'm gonna work out, and once I get done working out, I'm gonna get some alcohol, and I'm gonna get on GTA. GTA or Cyberpunk, and people just get murked. People just get murked.
Yeah, no, I get it.
And then you have things like Zelda, where I'm like chilling, I'm relaxing, and I really want to just enjoy myself and enjoy a good storyline. And I think that's what really comes when you're talking about helping like yourself mentally and getting you to a place of like gratitude and just being calm and peaceful, because we deal with so much chaos, especially as men. Like everything is coming back again as men, and then as black men on top of it too. You know, you got to find your place of peace. You really got to understand and figure out who you are as an individual and what makes you happy and how you can find your own place of zen without incorporating and including anybody else. So where
does the courage part come in at? Why do you think it takes courage to get there?
Because how do you think people feel about you watching if you watch anime, cartoons and stuff as a grown man? How do you think people feel about you? I battle with young kids when it's talking about you growing, you playing video games. Like grown people programming video games. The games that you enjoying, a grown man programmed it.
Good point.
So I was like, so you talking about me playing? I'm like, the guys that built it for you are grown. So it took somebody grown to play it and then do market research to figure out if you gonna like it, and then they publish it out to you and market it to you. I'm like, but at the end of the day, a grown man built it. So you got to have courage and understand and speak for who you are. Because a lot of people won't even say what they like because they're afraid of being judged. I'm like, I just don't care. I'm like, I play video games. I enjoy anime more so than I watch regular real movies. I love it.
That's my homeboy. My homeboy that's 45-year-old that's scared to post stuff up on social media. He just like that. He watches anime. This fool ain't even watch Guardians of the Galaxy. He a comic book head, and
I watch now. If it's
Guardians of the Galaxy, he ain't watched Guardians of the Galaxy, no Spider-Man. I think he barely even seen Infinity War, Endgame, and I'm like, bro, you ain't seen none of this stuff.
I don't watch dramas, but anything I'll watch real stuff, but it's got to be horror, sci-fi, or thriller.
When is enough video game? Do y'all set a timer on your phone? Like, I got an hour and a half. I'm gonna set a timer, and then boom, I'll be done. Is it just like
that was one of my questions?
Get back up.
Well, no,
like, God damn.
I have internal clocks. So, I mean, I do a lot of stuff. So, for me, I know what stuff I have to get done at the end of the day.
Right.
Like, I got my work. So, even though I work from home, like, sometimes work is busy, sometimes work is chill. So, when work is chill, then I can work on my other stuff in the midst of me doing my regular work days. But then when work is crazy, then I know because I encourage everybody, if you work in a full 9 to 5, you got to have something on the side too. You got to have something on the side. Right. And you never go throughout the whole day. Like one of my favorite, I forget the guy's name. One of the quotes that he said was, you never want to work for somebody else from 8 o'clock in the morning till 7 o'clock in the evening. Never take time to work on your own stuff. Right. Because they can cancel you at any time notice, and then you just like you stuck, and now you're trying to figure out what you're gonna do in life. Yep. So you got to always make time for yourself and what you enjoy doing passionately to make some money off of it. And then from there, you got to find time in the day, of course, spend time with your family, and then find time to like do something that you really like that you ain't making no money from. So for me, I got an internal clock in my head. I always think, okay, well, I got 2 hours I can focus on playing a video game. That's what I'm gonna do. Either I'm gonna play it online streaming, or I'm just gonna play it to myself. And if that's what I kind of did last night, because I got this book I'm reading called You Owe You by Eric Thomas. I encourage everybody to read it. It's a good motivational book.
I think I heard that book before.
Tell you about going in business and stuff, and what this guy did. He's a motivational speaker, but how he got from being poor and being homeless all to where he's up to success today. So I encourage everybody to read You Owe You.
Again, now I want to put a pin in that to say, well, you see, he gained success, but it takes an amount, and I think I'm learning that. It's just taking me a while to learn it, but it takes an amount of selfishness to see, because you owe you is a whole selfish statement.
It is. You got to be selfish,
right?
If you please everybody around you and you don't take time to please yourself, then first of all, you're just going to be an empty hole inside of you.
Yes,
because you're going to have a place of resentment. Because
that again goes back to the self-care. That's why I asked you what I asked you about the courage, because you got to learn to take care of yourself.
Because you commit to even your own kids. Like I'm selfish. I commit to my kids, but I still take time to do stuff for myself. Like you were saying earlier about playing video games, or was you? No, you said you started playing it again because you had kids. I'm like, shit, I had kids. I play video games with my kids. I told them come play with me.
So the real reason I got into playing video games when I came back to it was because my wife was watching. She watches sports. She watches football, and so Sundays was football Sunday for her. And she like posted up on the couch, and so I'm like looking around like, damn, I don't got nothing to do. I'm bored. I don't watch football. So then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get back to playing video games. So I bought the PlayStation 4 and started playing games, and that's how I really got back into it. And I was like, man, this is fun as fuck.
Yeah, so it's yes, but to your question, I got an internal clock, so I know it's
what you do.
Nothing. So I just play till the controller fall out of my hand because I fell asleep. But the saving grace about it is, which is I'm on This week I gotta go, and we'll talk about that later. But I'm going to get some tests. I'd had blood work done so I can get testosterone, because the saving grace of me not playing the game 16 hours is I can't focus on nothing before I'm gonna start getting sleepy. Now I can watch TV.
You don't need testosterone. You got narcolepsy.
Boy, I mean,
but you started exercising. How's it been working for you?
But I've always been exercising. Probably since about 35, my mid 30s. I ran. I was 240 in my mid 30s. I ran, was doing half marathons, 10Ks, 5Ks, and got down to 185. And then I stopped for a season. And then all that weight came right back to me.
Yeah, but I mean,
now I'm back doing it, but I've been doing it off and on since 35.
You run at least 3-4 days a week. Easy.
Saturday I ran 10 miles.
I mean, as far as like your testosterone, like how do you feel? Like now you back to working out again.
So I feel good, when I work out in the morning. And I typically feel good after the workout, but the hang up is food. I'm a foodie like a mug. If you watch the Instagram long enough, you'll be like, "But this
motherfucker right there run 50 miles and eat 50 steaks
and chicken
that
and waffles."
Run his ass off. Now. That motherfucker run
and pancakes. I love food. Matter of fact, I was sad because I didn't get time to go get some food before we started this, because I was like, I need to make sure I'm satisfied, because I deal with hangry issues. Not
I am. I go on cable.
Once I get hung right, and so. Part of that, and that goes against self-care.
Bro, you need you got sleep apnea. You need to.
Nah, so it's not it's not no problem like that.
Reason, because I found like before the pandemic hit, I had a ritual. So I would leave work and go to the gym right after work, because I'm like, if I go home and go to sleep.
Yeah.
So when I leave work, I would go straight to LA Fitness. But then the pandemic hit, they closed the gym down. I was stuck, so I really gained a ton of weight because my whole routine had been shut off.
Yeah.
And then from there, I started having like the whole testosterone issue. I thought I was having testosterone issues, which I probably was. But it was because I wasn't working out. Now I've been working out again.
Yeah.
Like I ain't ashamed of it. I was like, I take some Blues Chews. But then I take those just to take them.
Yeah.
Because now I'm back to being active again and like doing like I love Apple Fitness Plus and Peloton, but now I go to Crunch now.
Oh, you go to Crunch? I got a homegirl. She go to Crunch. That's all.
And I go there just for like I injure myself, so now I can't run on my Peloton.
They got punching bags in Crunch.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
guess what, nigga? I would have to start going to Crunch.
Yeah, they got punching bags in
Too.
Crunch.
Right. That's what's up.
But it's like I go there for like the weights, because I'm like, I don't have a full gym at home.
Yeah.
So I go there, do the elliptical work, and then I get on the weights, the machines. Then if I don't want them to do machine weights, then I'll do like the HIIT workout. Well, I can't do HIIT because I injured my foot. I'll do like the strength training, and then like Pilates and stuff at home.
What happened to your foot?
Being a man. So I got tendonitis in my right foot.
I'm trying to say.
So I start feeling the tendons hurt and they start getting tight. But I don't care. I'm like, I still ran 5 more miles. And after the last time it happened, I woke up the next day and I could barely walk on it.
See, now you know what? Now that actually probably could be a whole other podcast episode, because I don't think enough is said about working through pain and injury in some. No, because I'm actually on the other side. I'm actually saying we probably would be better off if
you work through soreness, not injury.
Right, you only work through injuries if your ass getting paid.
Right, well, so I'm not even
James.
gonna say.
Other than that, sit your ass down.
You don't let the injury just stop you altogether. You might you found workarounds, and you got to realize too, though, that sometimes I think in my mind, I'm not no doctor. I don't got no medical, no license. You don't come for me, but I still think that there is some rehab to be done through moving whatever it is that's injured a little bit.
Right, but I mean, even when you're sick though, you're never supposed to plant yourself when you like sick.
And that's what I'm pointing.
You're supposed to continue moving. You're not supposed to do anything that's going to aggravate the injury more.
Right.
So you got to do lighter workouts. That's not going to put a lot of. I mean, that's anything though. You don't want to do a lot of
too much stress, light stress.
Yeah, and that's what I wanted to get.
So that's why I was like, I use, as opposed to running now, I do the elliptical machine. I hate bikes because bikes hurt my knees. And
I'm saying that to myself because at an older age, at 43, and you at 44, that listen, pain
injuries take long time at our age to heal. This pain has been hitting me for like 3 months now.
Yeah, but you'll get out of bed. You'll get out of bed in the morning.
You got to cut that shit off.
And you hurt.
No, ain't no hell no.
You got to cut the foot off.
Hell no.
It's only in that one foot?
Yeah, it's only that one foot. Yeah.
Oh, cut that shit off.
But you'll get out of bed with pain.
Burn it.
From sleeping all night. You'll wake up and your knees will be hurting. Your back will be hurting. But that don't mean not to go to the gym. Because I woke up this morning and my knees hurting. Let me go with my fat ass to the gym.
I had one injury. I don't even know how I got injured. I think it was how I was laying on it was like my left shoulder. The pain was so severe. I did regular weights, like light weights, high reps. But it was one day the pain was like I was almost in tears. It was so bad. And I ain't did nothing to even aggravate my shoulder. It's just so happened to be hurting it one day.
Huh.
Same thing with my left knee. Like I do a ton of cardio stuff, like stretch out and everything. Like especially doing Pilates. Like Pilates are great for stretching and doing like core exercises and working on your body. But my left knee was killing me for just no apparent reason. And all of a sudden, I started doing the lifting machine work and started doing stuff on like the Roman chair and stretching it out. Now I'm more flexible on this knee than I was back before the pandemic doing the LA. Going to LA
boy doing all kind of sex moves, Kama Sutra shit.
You
gotta figure out some shit to do on one leg because you gonna have to burn that one off since you can't feel it. Didn't I tell you
that adrenaline will kick in and that pain go away?
and that Bluetooth.
I told you earlier on.
That Bluetooth.
In the act of it, that pain is no longer pain.
What's that, them gas station pills?
No, that's the red pills. That's the red pills.
What's a Blue Chew?
Blue Chew is like
do the same thing.
Yeah, but what's the one that is medically prescribed?
Cialis.
No, not Cialis. It's before that. Viagra. Yeah.
So Blue Chew is like
the new Viagra, baby.
Yeah, it's a smaller version of Viagra. Like
y'all out here taking pills?
Yeah, I'll take a pills. Yeah,
not y'all.
I'm not ashamed of it. Absolutely.
I would.
Absolutely.
If
we're popular bitches like Skittles.
Absolutely. I'll take it.
Definitely.
You better have some more kids at 44.
No, I can't have kids.
Yeah, you can.
No, I can't. I had a vasectomy. I cannot have kids.
Oh, you keep taking them Blue Chews, you're going to find a way.
It's going to heal the vasectomy?
It's going to heal the vasectomy.
It ain't healing no vasectomy. I encourage vasectomies.
That's what I'm about to have me one more and I'm done.
I encourage vasectomies. I'm like, dude, if you want to have all the fun in the world, go get you a vasectomy. Now, of course, you need to still strap up because you ain't trying to be, out here killing yourself.
I'm going wild. I'm going
That's
hard.
the other thing too about me and marriage. I realized but sex never really was. I need it and I like it. But I got to be in my feelings. No. And so I say all that to say though, after being married 20 years though, if I had to I'm never putting on a condom again. This condoms is not going to be a part of my life.
You ever used a condom before?
Yeah, so the first 2-3 years, and she may not, well, I don't know if she'll really appreciate it, but it's not really anything to shy away from anyway. And most of the time, it was me that was doing it. I put a condom on probably the first 2-3 years of our marriage, only because I'm the kind of person that after sex, I want to lay and cuddle and be close. I don't, and you do that, then you got to clean up. Yeah. So she getting up immediately to go wash up, and I didn't want to condom on too though.
He just left it on.
Wait, no. So, I could just take the condom off. Left it on. Why you listen to this, man? No, I think it may have happened like that.
And then you gonna snuggle in it?
No. I take the condom off.
Come bath. Dick done took a bath. Taking a bath in the condom. He woke up the next day, it's still on there.
You gotta still.
I might have done that once
but
before,
you gotta still wipe down, though.
Yeah, but
ain't no germaphobe. He just a pregnant phone. That thing just had that motherfucker still on there.
So I used to wear it in the beginning because but then she was like, you got to stop wearing it. It doesn't feel comfortable. I don't like it, so I had to start. But because I'm a romantic guy. After sex, I want to cuddle. I don't want to just. We're in this barbarian?
Get up for 5 seconds, damn freak.
Yeah.
No, I want to
be that damn close.
But you can cuddle after you got out of the shower though.
Nah, I'm gonna be asleep by the time you get out the shower. That's
I mean, you get in the shower too, though.
So you want to cuddle? You want somebody? You want to have sex and go straight?
But hold on, but you get done.
I'm a lover, boy.
So
I'm
you
get
done having sex and you don't go wash up.
I mean, I don't.
Shit, that's why I said my nose is sensitive. I can't.
You just smell the skeet. I can't smell it.
I can't wake up the next.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a bust, and then I'm.
I could take a shower. So I could go take a shower, right? But what's gonna happen is she gonna get up. She's immediately gonna go take a shower. Yeah. So then I would have to go behind her or go in, and we don't really take showers like that anymore. And our shower really ain't that big.
More intimacy time. Yeah, y'all in the shower and stuff together.
But see, women like the shower scalding hot. See, you did all that.
Be the other part, right?
You can do all that Goku shit. Ain't nobody trying to be in the fuck out.
No,
that's like going to hell.
Right, but
I mean, everybody got a little hell inside of them.
By the time she get out of the shower, I'm sleep or sleepy. I'm not finna go take a shower. Man, what?
You know what? I'm gonna to be honest. I've never gotten sleepy afterwards.
I'm getting sleepy after.
I've never gotten sleepy afterwards.
Oh, she must be doing all the work then.
Oh no.
Every time I hit,
because if I'm doing the work, I'm going to sleep.
No.
I ain't gotta do no work. I'm gonna go to sleep anyway.
No. Yeah, man, because even if I didn't do any work, once I'm it's nighttime.
I guess I'd be weird because I've always thought that was funny too.
What?
Like I never got sleepy afterwards. Like I can actually get up and go run. Especially during my younger days, I get them to go.
That's why I come. That's why I come as no sex before I go to work. I remember the last time I did it. I used to.
That would be perfect. That would be real perfect.
What?
Yeah. I had sex before I played football. I did that shit one time. I played horrible. I'm saying,
bro,
that would be perfect.
Listen.
You talking about the day that you would have? Nothing would bother you because you sit on the cloud nine.
Man, what? Listen, I had that sex one time. I used to work at Coca-Cola. That was probably the last time I did it, and I worked at Coca-Cola since 2017. Don't let us. We can just keep going.
Yeah, we got to start winding down. It's almost 12 o'clock.
All right, cool. But I worked at Coca-Cola. I had sex before I went to work, and as soon as I got to work, I was like, man, I don't even know why I'm here, bro. I just want to go to sleep, and I never did that shit again. And I
fell asleep and got fired.
Nah,
caught you in the break room.
Coca-Cola need people too much.
Coca-Cola don't be firing people.
I mean, they do, but
they do.
They need people. They run, especially the drivers. They don't treat them good.
Oh, they be running through drivers.
Yeah, turnaround rate is crazy.
Winding down.
But yeah, man. So yeah, it was shoes. It was good to have you. We
no, I appreciate y'all having me on. Yeah, that was good.
Give them your socials. And how did you get into podcasting? And then give me your socials.
So I got into podcasting because I found
for your sake though.
No, ain't no long. It's really short. So I got into podcasting because before I was doing anything with politics, just talking to people in the community. They didn't understand how stuff was written, and like I said earlier on how bills are done. And then when it came to technology, people didn't understand how technology worked. And I found that I could explain stuff in a way, because I used to do training and stuff in corporate, that I can break stuff down in a way for people to understand. Because I'm like, if I can travel the globe teaching people about security, they don't even speak the same language as me, then I should be able to speak the same. I should be able to talk to people that speak the same language as me in a way that they can grasp stuff. So that's the reason why I got the podcast going, is to break stuff down in a way people can understand, to give them that aha moment.
Right.
Very good.
So that's the whole purpose of PTG TV, is politics, technology, and gaming. Like I said, it's because I'm active in all three of them. I'm like one of those people that they talk about stuff, don't have no experience in it. I've been a politician. I was an elected post holder out with the Democratic Party out in Gwinnett County. Like I said, I've been in technology for 20-something years. Like I said, I'm a gaming person. I love gaming. I love anime. I love the concept of it. I love building out. I love AI. I love augmented reality and virtual reality. So you can find me on ptgtv.online. That's my website. But you see PTG TV on all streaming platforms, literally all streaming platforms. I don't care if it's iHeartRadio. I don't care if it's Spotify, Apple, Google. Yeah. I am literally everywhere. And if you don't see there, go to my website. Again, PTGTV.
You ain't on Pornhub Premium.
I'm not on Pornhub Premium. I watch it, but I'm not on Pornhub Premium.
Wait, you watch Premium?
No, I do not reach Premium. I do not know. I'm not paying for porn.
He pays for
$1.29 a month. I pay $1.29.
It's crazy.
You gonna pay that in parking?
No, I ain't paying for porn. Porn is free.
It's free.
It's free.
I'm gonna pay. Water free, but everybody here drinking bottled water.
I don't drink bottled water.
I drink out of tap.
Yeah, no.
I drink out of tap. That's how come I don't get sick a lot.
Oh shit. I don't drink.
No, you be falling asleep a lot. That's why your ass sleepy now. That man talking about he taking pills. Now you sleepy. That tap water got you sleep.
Damn.
So you can find me on twitch.tv/escaping the matrix without the E in there. I will be streaming Zelda tonight, so y'all catch me tonight at 8 or 9 o'clock. My IG handles are PGDTV and then Mr._Antonio Hicks. That's my personal page. I've been kind of putting it out there now because I don't know. I guess I want people to come to my personal page now, but you can see the bulk of my stuff on the same thing, PGDTV on my Instagram handles, and then same thing my Twitter is Escaping the Matrix. I can't even go through how that's broken down, but it's still just look for Escaping the Matrix or Antonio Hicks, and you will find me on Twitter.
Yeah, next time we have to go, we have to talk about that whole Matrix, because I was watching some stuff on your thing when you was talking to another guy about escaping the Matrix.
Yeah, he asked me.
Don't let me get you in trouble now, man.
Yeah, because I got to go. I explained those.
We're definitely gonna have you back.
I've had it handled before the Matrix even came out. No, it was right before. Yeah, it was right before the Matrix came out. And the whole purpose of it is because I think that we all tied into this man-made construct, and we all working within the same ideologies as everybody else.
Yeah.
And my whole purpose is why I say escaping the Matrix, so escape reality to find out who you are and who you are personally. So you really can escape reality and start building up your own future as to who you are and create your own.
That's really something that you really touching on still more self-care stuff right now. Once you get to know you,
self-care, yeah.
In this age, I think that's really what we're missing a lot of is people just being self-aware. Know yourself. You could be way more happier if you just knew yourself. It would help you set boundaries. It would help you be a better communicator. It would help you be happier no matter where you are if you just knew yourself better.
Yeah, and that's, I talk about a lot of self-care stuff because I went through the whole depression. I still have battle with some depression now. I had a suicidal thought, especially when I was homeless. So, no, I preach that wholeheartedly. I see a therapist. And I tell people all the time, I was like, don't talk to your friends. Don't smother your friends with your problems. go see a therapist.
Yeah, because that shit don't make you want to be friends no more. I hate to be like that. I ain't that good of a friend. If you don't come to me with your problem, Snax, I'm gonna keep it real.
I don't mind talking to people, but I don't want every one of our conversations to be always bad stuff. Yeah.
Like, damn, and I'm bad with nigga calling again
because I'll be like that sometimes.
And if you call me, I'm
gonna
just
call
put
you. But people, you know how people will ask you, "Hey, Snax or Don, what's going on with you? You all right, man?" And I mean, if I'm not all right, I'm finna tell you what's going on. And I'm not telling you because I need you to help me or to make me feel better. You just ask, sucker. And so I could be smiling and you ask me what's going on, and if it's something going, I'm gonna tell you.
Well, let me just tell you for future reference. If I say how you doing, don't just say good.
But I still say, with like people ask you something, don't get into a habit of always speaking negative. You want to speak some light into yourself.
Yeah.
So when you're talking to people, especially even if you're having a hard day, you still want to address the issue of, okay, I might be having a hard day, but I'm trying to manifest this, or I'm trying to push this. So you always want to speak some positivity into yourself.
All right, well, shoot, we want you to come back, and so I'm not going. So let me not drag you and make you late because then you're like,
I gotta get better work.
But tell them you said that you stream tonight.
I gotta get better.
And I'm not gonna post this until this will come up tomorrow.
Yeah, you still find my streams on there.
But when is your normally days of streaming, so they'll know when to catch up?
So I'm trying to get back active again because I realize now I enjoy streaming because I enjoy talking to people. I mean, hell, I got a podcast.
Right.
So and I was streaming before. I was streaming during the whole year of the pandemic.
Yeah.
So you'll still find my old content on there, but yeah, I'm trying to do Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday. I didn't do it last night because I got super busy with my regular work and my business. Okay. But yeah, so I try to do Monday, Wednesdays, and on Friday, but always it's gonna typically be on like a Wednesday.
Okay.
I'm trying to find one day I can dedicate to like a good 4 hours of streaming.
You should.
As opposed to doing multiple days, because I might stream for like 2 hours because I get up at like 6:30 in the morning.
All right.
Cool, but yeah, it's twitch.tv/escapingthematrix after E. So you'll find me there.
All right,
and I know this will be afterwards, but still, I'll be there.
Yeah, and we're gonna have to build. We're gonna have to
build.
You can
find a Discord because I got my Discord community there too. So even if you don't see me online, just go to my Discord link and you'll find me in my Discord. I'm always in my Discord.
All right, cool. Well, thank you, man. Thank you for coming through, man.
Thank y'all.
That was a good episode.
Yeah, thank you, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Just Hear Me Out podcast. With your boy Snax.
This man couldn't remember the name of his podcast.
And Big Flav. Listen.
Hey, he got bad memory.
I know. I need
See, the original name was going to be Broke Nigga Saying Something.
But too many people was like, don't name it that.
No, you just said that. I like that name, Broke Nigga Saying Something.
We're not going to get no spots. He don't care. Worry about no spots. He want to have fun. I'm trying to make money.
Right.
I ain't trying to make money. I'm just trying to I'm just trying to cut up.
Right. And I'm trying
to cut up and have some money.
Yeah, but I don't give a damn about getting canceled. I say any damn thing.
Yeah, but
I love to get canceled.
But we can really get.
As long as Pornhub Premium don't cancel me. Pornhub Premium. Shout out to Pornhub Premium. Don't cancel your boy.
But yeah, thanks for having you. Thanks for coming through, my man. Appreciate it. Yeah, and this has been.
Well, you been saying bye for a minute. All right, bye. He got to get to work. Just get up. Get up, bro. God, leave. They better say bye about 6 hours.
I gotta put an intro in one of the tags.
Okay, bro. God, leave, man. You working on it too.